You probably think of kangaroos as adorable, bouncy creatures with boxing gloves for hands and a grass-only diet. But what if I told you that thousands of years ago, a very different kind of kangaroo existed? One with fangs.
What?
This wasn't some cartoon villain. This was Propleopus, a saber-toothed kangaroo. Yes, a real creature. It didn't hop around throwing punches. It bit, clawed, and possibly even hunted. Today, we're uncovering the story of a prehistoric marsupial that defies everything you thought you knew about kangaroos. Let's dive in. Our story begins in the fossil-rich caves and deposits of Australia. In the 1920s, paleontologists unearthed something strange: kangaroo-like skulls, but with long, curved, forward-facing incisors. These belong to a genus called Propleopus, not your average kangaroo. There are three known species: Propleopus oscillans, Propleopus chilagoensis, and Propleopus wellingtonensis. They lived during the Pliocene and Pleistocene epochs, up to 50,000 years ago. These kangaroos were part of the Hypsipremnodontidae family, which still includes the modern-day musky rat kangaroo. But unlike their tiny, shy relatives, Propleopus was built for a much tougher game. Alongside Propleopus, there was another oddball: Ekaltadeta from the Oligocene and Miocene. Same idea: big teeth, powerful jaws, and enough attitude to make you rethink every nature documentary you've ever watched. Propleopus oscillans was estimated to be about 70 kilograms. That's heavier than your average German shepherd. But it wasn't just about weight. It had a stocky, muscular build, strong limbs, and a skull that would give a saber-toothed cat some competition. Its forward-facing incisors were unusually long, almost fang-like, hence the nickname. While not true saber teeth, they certainly gave off that vibe. And they weren't for decoration. Unlike modern kangaroos that hop and graze, this beast likely moved slower and used its strong forearms for grabbing or manipulating food. Some scientists suggest it may have even been semi-arboreal, meaning it could climb trees. A climbing, meat-nibbling kangaroo. Australia just keeps outdoing itself. Ekaltadeta had even more specialized teeth: buzzsaw-like premolars and dagger-shaped incisors. Imagine giving a nutritionally confused raccoon a chainsaw and you're halfway there. So, was it a hunter? Well, not exactly. Propleopus was likely an opportunistic omnivore. Think of it like Australia's answer to a bear. It probably ate fruit, small animals, insects, maybe carrion. It didn't chase down prey like a cheetah, but if something small and slow wandered too close, well, it wasn't hopping away. Ekaltadeta leaned more toward carnivory. Its jaw and tooth structure suggest it could process meat efficiently, possibly preying on reptiles, birds, or even scavenging from larger kills. In today's world, you might compare them to raccoons or pigs, animals that eat whatever they can get their paws or claws on. So, if modern kangaroos are like peaceful vegans at a yoga retreat, these guys were the slightly unhinged cousins who show up to the reunion with jerky in one hand and a lizard in the other. These creatures lived in a world teeming with giants: diprotodons, the size of cars; megalania, a monitor lizard the length of a minivan; thylacoleo, the marsupial lion. In this chaotic ecosystem, Propleopus had to be tough. It likely avoided direct conflict with apex predators, but filled a unique niche: a flexible, adaptable omnivore capable of climbing, foraging, and scavenging. Climate in Pleistocene Australia varied wildly, from forests to open grasslands. Adaptability was key, and it's one of the reasons Propleopus managed to thrive for so long. Like many of Australia's megafauna, Propleopus disappeared roughly 50,000 years ago. This timeline closely matches the arrival of early Aboriginal Australians. Whether humans hunted it directly or altered the environment in ways it couldn't adapt to is still debated. But what's clear is this: once these omnivorous kangaroos vanished, their ecological role went with them. Today, the only living member of their family is the tiny, harmless, musky rat kangaroo. It's hard to believe these two were once part of the same family tree. Like discovering your Chihuahua's great-great-granduncle was a dire wolf.
Not this one, though. Or is it?
Despite decades of research, there's a lot we still don't know. We don't have complete skeletons. We don't know if they hunted in packs, raised young like modern marsupials, or how intelligent they were. Most of our understanding comes from jaw fragments, skulls, and tooth wear. Scientists extrapolate from modern relatives, but there's still a gap. A fossil-shaped mystery. One good find, one complete skeleton, could change everything. That's the thrilling part of paleontology. Sometimes, answers are just waiting in the dirt.
So, what's the takeaway? Kangaroos haven't always been gentle hoppers. Some were fierce, adaptable, and possibly meat-eating oddities that climbed trees and stared down predators. Propleopus and Ekaltadeta remind us that evolution is full of surprises, and that even the most iconic animals have wild ancestors lurking in their past. If this blew your mind, hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what other prehistoric surprises you want to uncover next. Until next time, keep wondering and watch your fingers, just in case.